My esteemed brother, Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra, my esteemed brother, Justice Jayant Banerji, family members of Justice Mishra and Justice Banerji, my esteemed sister and brother judges, Shri Vivek Kumar Singh, Senior Panel Counsel, Union of India, Shri Amit Saxena, Additional Advocate General, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Vijay Bahadur Singh, Chairman, Elders Committee, High Court Bar Association, Shri Pradeep Kumar, President, Advocates Association, High Court, Senate Senior Advocates, Senate Members of the Bar, Officers of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen. We are assembled here to bid an affectionate farewell to Brother Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra and Brother Justice Jayant Banerji on their transfer to High Court of Punjab and Haryana and High Court of Karnataka respectively. Today marks an occasion not just to bid farewell, but to express our appreciation, share sweet memories, extend our best wishes, and reflect on the remarkable contribution and commendable qualities of our esteemed colleagues. Summarizing their long and illustrious journey in the legal field in few words is very difficult. I have had the privilege of working along with them and have always found them, both of them, to be persons of exceptional competence, integrity, sincerity, and unwavering commitment for our judicial system. Though my association with them has been relatively short, but the depth and significance of our association has left a long-lasting impression. Justice Mishra was born on November 16, 1968 in Prayagraj. His father, late Justice Srirang Mishra, was a renowned lawyer of this court who mainly practiced on the civil side and had a flourishing practice before elevation to the bench of this court. And his mother, Srimati Uma Mishra, gentle yet resolute presence in the family, has been a pillar of strength and grace. Justice Mishra completed both his high school and intermediate education from Government Inter College, Prayagraj, and earned his BA Honours in Economics from Tirodimal College and LLB degree from Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. Justice Mishra was enrolled as an advocate on May 8, 1993, and primarily handled matters in key areas such as civil, revenue, constitutional, and service right. Justice Mishra was known to be a scholarly and a brilliant lawyer. During his illustrious career as a lawyer, he has represented many statutory bodies like Noida, Ghaziabad Development Authority, Allahabad Development Authority, IFCO, Indian Oil Corporation, Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation, and many more. He has also been engaged as senior counsel by the state government in important matters on numerous occasions. While practicing as a lawyer, he displayed hard work, remarkable skill, dedication, devotion, integrity, and commitment towards the profession, and became one of the renowned lawyers within a short span of time, and was having a lucrative practice. In recognition of his extensive experience and valuable contribution to the legal field, Justice Mishra was designated as a senior advocate in 2013. His merit and exceptional dedication in the field of law led to his elevation as an additional judge of this court on February 3, 2014, and subsequently as a permanent judge on 1st February 2016. During his tenure as a judge of this court, Justice Mishra demonstrated full command both over civil and criminal matters. Though as a lawyer, he had primarily practiced on the civil side. He efficiently dealt with a wide range of legal issues while sitting on single and division benches and disposed of a large number of civil and criminal cases. His sound legal acumen and courteous demeanor has always been appreciated by the bar. Justice Mishra has delivered several important judgments which find place in law journals. His judgments are based on sound reasoning and detailed consideration. In a landmark judgment, the bench headed by Justice Mishra reversed the judgment of the trial court, whereby the accused, the main suspect in infamous Lithari massacre, was sentenced to death. The bench finding that the CBI investigation was tainted by procedural flaws and the prosecution case was not corroborated by independent evidence, forensic evidence was inconclusive, came to the conclusion that prosecution failed to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt and acquitted the accused from all charges. In another landmark judgment, Justice Mishra upheld the appointment of Professor Naima Khatun as Vice Chancellor of Legal Muslim University, wherein allegations of bias and conflict of interest were leveled as Professor Khatun happened to be the wife of acting Vice Chancellor. The court, after examining the allegations of manipulation, bias, and participation of the acting Vice Chancellor in the selection proceedings, held that no procedural violation was established. The visitor's discretion was paramount and was exercised in appointing a qualified meritorious candidate. The appointment of Professor Khatun as first Vice Chancellor of the Aligarh Muslim University was found as a significant advancement in gender equality. Apart from his judicial responsibilities, Brother Justice Mishra made significant contributions to the administrative functioning of the High Court. He served with distinction as the administrative judge of numerous districts and was an active and valued member of the administrative committee, where his administrative acumen was always helpful in resolving various complex issues. Justice Mishra also held important responsibilities across several key committees, including the Committee for Digitalization and Bidding of Records, the Litigation Committee, the Committee for Mediation and Conciliation Center, and the Building Committee. Furthermore, as the chairman of the committee to plan and monitor construction of the multi-level parking advocate chamber, an architectural marvel spanning in more than 20 lakh square feet, one of the largest facilities of its kind in the country. He played a pivotal role and exhibited an exceptional commitment and execution for this monumental project. As chairman of the Digitalization and Bidding Committee, Justice Mishra played a pivotal role in digitalization of judicial records in both the High Court and the District Courts. As on July 14, 2025, total number of digitalized pages in respect of High Court stands at approximately 59 crores, whereas this figure for District Court stands at around 130 crores. I have no hesitation in saying that Justice Mishra discharged his judicial and administrative functions which enhance the image, reputation, and prestige of the Allahabad High Court in the eyes of the public. His distinguished and outstanding services shall always be remembered. Justice Mishra will always be recalled as a soft-spoken and sober judge He has always been courteous and polite, treating every member of the bar, officers and staff of the court, be it senior or junior, with all humility alike. He has always shown fairness, respect, and dignity to everyone who have appeared in his court. Srimati Pratima Mishra, the better half of Justice Mishra, has been a constant source of strength and inspiration throughout his journey. Justice Mishra is the youngest son in his family, with an elder brother, Sri Ajay Kumar Mishra, who is currently adorning the chair of Advocate General of Uttar Pradesh. He is the proud father of two sons, Sri Ashutosh Mishra, practicing at the Allahabad High Court, and Sri Vinayak Mishra, practicing in the Supreme Court of India and the Delhi High Court. He is also the proud father of a daughter, Dr. Ishika Mishra, who is serving as a faculty member at Tirthankar Mahavir University, Moradabad. Justice Banerjee was born on January 17, 1965 in Prayagraj in the family of late Dr. Jyoti Bhushan Banerjee, a distinguished medical practitioner who established one of the first nursing homes in Allahabad. Driven by a deep sense of service, Dr. Banerjee gave up his flourishing practice, dedicated himself to the care of persons with disability, not only in the city but also in remote villages. At the time when the concept was virtually unknown, he pioneered community-based rehabilitation, striving to treat individuals within their own environments. In recognition of his extraordinary contributions, he was honored with two national awards and the Padma Shri. His mother, a devoted housemaker, was a constant source of warmth and joy, lovingly caring for everyone and managing the household with grace and dedication. Justice Banerjee completed his schooling from St. Joseph's College, Allahabad, and passed out in 1982. After completing graduation from Allahabad University, he obtained LLB degree from CMP Degree College, affiliated to Allahabad University, in the year 1987. Justice Banerjee, after getting enrolled as an advocate on January 8, 1989, joined the chamber of the eminent revered senior advocate Sri Satyendranath Verma in the year 1989. Practiced in the fields of banking law, service law, civil law, and company law. He also served as Central Government Counsel and was empaneled as an advocate for the State Bank of India as well as various government banks. While practicing law, he displayed hard work, remarkable skill, dedication, devotion, integrity, and commitment towards his profession. And this all-round recognition led to his elevation as an additional judge of the sport on 22nd September 2017. He took oath as a permanent judge on 6th September 2019. During his tenure as a judge of the sport, Justice Banerjee, while sitting in single and division benches, has disposed of a large number of civil and criminal cases involving varied nature of legal issues. Sound legal acumen and polite behavior have always been appreciated by the bar. Justice Banerjee has delivered several important judgments which find place in law journals. His judgments are based on sound reasoning and detailed consideration. Among the important judgments delivered by Justice Banerjee, an appeal under Section 37 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act came up for consideration before a division bench in the matter of HPA Offshore Private Limited versus Samsung Heavy Industries India Private Limited, in which the scope of interference by the court on an application under Section 9 of the Act moved by a respondent owner of a maritime vessel was discussed. Another such judgment was in a case under Article 227 of the Constitution of India in the matter of Srimati Siyadulari versus Avadh Naresh, which related to jurisdiction of Gram Nyayalayas to adjudicate on matters that overlap with the jurisdiction conferred under the UP Revenue Board. Apart from his judicial responsibilities, Brother Banerjee also rendered valuable assistance in administrative matters in the capacity of administrative judge and as member of various committees. His insights and suggestions were always immensely helpful. Srimati Indrani Banerjee, the better half of Justice Banerjee, has always been a steadfast vote of strength, offering unwavering and devoted support to the entire family. Justice Banerjee is a proud father of a daughter who holds a postgraduate degree in media and communication and is currently working with a Tamil Nadu based firm, and a son who is pursuing a degree in engineering. At this juncture, as one chapter of service concludes in the parent High Court and another would begin in a different High Court, it evokes a distinct blend of emotions. On one hand, there is a sense of parting from the familiar surroundings, colleagues, known faces, and responsibilities that have become an integral part of daily life. On the other, there is an anticipation and a renewed sense of purpose that comes with embracing new challenges and opportunities. Such transition, though inevitable in the course of journey of a judge's career, mark moments of both reflection and aspiration. Justice Mishra and Justice Banerjee readily endeared themselves to all their companion judges and formed long-lasting relationships with all of them. As they prepare to leave us today, we will certainly miss their presence. Punjab and Haryana High Courts and Karnataka High Court's gain would be our loss. Parting is always painful, but we assure Brother Justice Mishra and Brother Justice Banerjee that they would always remain in our hearts. I may state here that future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I'm sure that with the richness of your experience and sound knowledge of law, both of you in no time would certainly make your presence felt in the new high courts and reach new heights in the judicial hierarchy. I, on behalf of all the esteemed colleagues on the bench and on my behalf, pray Almighty God to shower His choicest blessings on both of you for a successful and glorious tenure as the judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court and Karnataka High Court, respectively.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Judges of the Honorable Court on Dais, Honorable Mrs. Ashwani Kumar Mishra and Mr. Mishra, Honorable Mrs. Jayant Banerji and Mrs. Banerji, Additional Advocate General Mr. Amit Saxena, Chairman Elder Committee High Court Bar Association Mr. Vijay Bahadur, President Advocate Mr. Pradeep Kumar, all the senior advocates present here, members of the bar, officers of the registry, as well as all the persons and distinguished guests present here. Today we assemble here to bid farewell of Honorable Mr. Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra and Honorable Mr. Justice Jayant Banerji, who have been transferred from this Honorable Court to the Punjab and Haryana High Court and Karnataka High Court respectively. Justice Mishra passed BA Honours in Economics from Kirorimal College from Delhi and LLB from Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. He enrolled as an advocate in the year 1993 and practiced mainly on civil, constitutional, and service side. He was designated as a senior advocate in 2013. On February 3rd, 2014, he was appointed as an additional judge of this Honorable Court and took oath as a permanent judge on 1st of February 2016. Justice Mishra is fond of reading, especially economics, philosophy, and spiritual books, apart from law. He is a religious person and he inherited the same from his mother. His father was also a judge of this Honorable Court as well as the judge of the Calcutta High. He is proud father of two sons, both are a practicing lawyer, and a daughter who completed her MBBS. He was a well-learned scholar and a brilliant lawyer. He has taken responsibilities of numerous offices, organizations, and tribunals. During his course of practice, he has been appointed as arguing counsel for many statutory bodies like Noida, GDA, IFCO, Indian Oil, UPSIC, and many more. Being a lawyer, he had argued several important cases and is an idol for juniors. Among several cases argued by Justice Mishra, one of the cases, namely Chini Mill Karmchari Sangh versus State of UP, I remember, in which the virus of Section 3C and 3D of UP Sugar Undertaking Acquisition Amendment Act 2009 was challenged. The then state government, by amending the act, made a provision to hand over the land of the sugar mills to the private builders. The said amendment made by the government was struck down by this Honorable Court. After being elevated as a judge of this Honorable Court, he came to be regarded as one of the finest judges. The temperament of Justice Mishra was so calm and composed while handling his court. The way he interprets things even after a long sitting is remarkable. He being a part of various developmental projects of this Honorable Court, which helped in boosting up the developmental process of the infrastructure of this Honorable Court. The new marvelous building of chambers and parking is the latest example of the same. ASGI is personally grateful to Justice Mishra for taking a keen interest for allotting a new place for the office of ASGI, which resulted in good infrastructure for his office. Justice Mishra delivered various important judgments in civil side as well as in criminal side also. Justice Mishra is regarded as a very liberal judge, but when the question of judicial sovereignty arises, he proves to be a tough man and he would go to any extent for protecting the same. In the case of Ray versus District Bar Association of Prayagraj, he took a firm stand against the strike of the lawyers. The entire tenure of Justice Mishra being a judge of this Honorable Court is impeccable, and he will be always remembered by the members of the bar for dispensation of justice for all. Justice Mishra is going to Punjab and Haryana High Court as a senior judge. It's a proud moment for all of us. I am sure the judicial fraternity as well as the society of the state of Punjab and Haryana will be benefited with the enriched experience of Justice Mishra. Justice Banerji's journey in the legal profession stands as a beacon of dedication, integrity, and unwavering commitment to the rule of law. Since his enrollment as an advocate in 1989, he has exemplified the highest standards of legal practice, particularly in civil jurisprudence. Before his elevation to the bench of the Allahabad High Court in 2017, at the time of elevation, he was counsel for the Union of India also. His judicial tenure has been marked by remarkable diligence and a deep sense of responsibility towards upholding justice. As an additional judge and subsequently as a permanent judge, Justice Banerji has delivered judgments that reflect meticulous legal reasoning, adherence to procedural fairness, and a keen understanding of the complexities of law. The recent transfer of Justice Banerji to the Karnataka High Court opens a new chapter in his distinguished career, where his judicial acumen and principled approach will undoubtedly contribute meaningfully to the administration of justice in that jurisdiction. I, on behalf of Additional Solicitor General of India, all the lawyers for Union of India, officers of Union of India, and on my own behalf, wish both the Lordship for good health and future success.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Judges present on the dais, Honorable Justice Mr. Mishra, Honorable and Mrs. Mishra, of course, Honorable Justice Banerji and Mrs. Banerji, Chairman Elder Committee, my friend representing the SJI, the President Advocates Association, Mr. Pradeep Kumar, all the senior advocates, members of the bar, officers of the registry, persons and distinguished guests present here, including the family members, I stand here on behalf of the Learned Advocate General of the state of UP to share some thoughts and reflections regarding the two honorable judges who are demitting the offices from the Allahabad High Court. I hope I have the attention of everyone because it will be my endeavor to reflect on the real contributions and the painstaking efforts that Honorable Justice Mishra and Honorable Justice Banerji have made in preserving and furthering the legacy of this great institution, which has the singular honor of being the largest high court in the entire continent. It's often said and we've read that the judge is known by judgments rendered by him. But even at the risk of being slightly out of line, I must confess to my own thoughts that a judge is known and judged more by his demeanor and conduct in and off the court. On that count, there would be no doubt in any mind that the honorable judges demitting the office from the Allahabad High Court have not only upheld the glorious traditions of this great institution, but have set up new and tougher benchmarks for everyone to follow. Their eruditeness, reflected in the numerous judgments delivered, is sometimes overshadowed by their politeness, gentle smiles, and the easy manner of the court decorum. I've always felt that the truest test of the appreciation of the members of the bar is reflected in the manner in which the members of the bar take a decision which goes against them. And with some real experience and confidence, I have seen that dismissals have been digested with equal ease and comfort as that of petition allowed. That is a testament to the innate fairness and the respect that the honorable judges have commanded through the written words. Tradition would call upon me to cite some important judgments of far-reaching consequence delivered by the honorable judges during the tenure here. But since that responsibility has been discharged by my friend earlier, I refrain from doing so. For we as members of the legal fraternity are more than aware of the same, and at this juncture, a little sadness envelops us, as is natural, when a member of the family relocates, leaving the original home. However, with that sadness, there is huge pride in knowing the fact that the high courts where the honorable judges would now assume office would be much richer and would definitely look up to the eruditeness and self-effacing qualities of the honorable judges. They leave behind them fond memories which will be cherished for long. Justice Mishra has been the fulcrum around whom the hugely successful resolution of the long-standing and pressing need for chambers and facilities for the members of the bar have revolved. It needs more than a Herculean effort to spare time and mental strength to conceptualize and then look at all the intricacies involved, cost and time constraints. I must salute his family members to have permitted the otherwise free time to be utilized in the interest of the bar. The mere and the sheer size and magnitude of the skilled lawyers' chambers with libraries, food courts, and all the ancillary facilities is something that lawyers across the nation will be envious of and will definitely try to emulate. Now that the first wheel of the justice delivery system has more than fulfilled its commitment, it would be a fitting tribute for them if we, as members of the bar, undertake a solemn oath to maintain the high standards by keeping the cleanliness and the decorum of the new building intact. It should be a constant endeavor to strive to be an example of worthy recipients of such envious facilities. We thank the honorable members of the building committee and especially Justice Mishra for their immense contribution, which have definitely spanned generations of lawyers to walk these hallowed precincts. Justice Banerji, I must confess, with some degree of envy, has been blessed with eternal youthfulness. Looking at him, it would seem that we have gathered here for his swearing-in ceremony. But behind that youthful look, make no mistake, lies a very sharp brain with an unwavering commitment towards learning from the youngest in his quest for legal perfection. His zeal in maintaining dignity of the court proceedings needs no fresh discourse. I have deliberately resisted from the usual eulogies reserved for such occasions, reading out their degrees and the citations. Rather, my focus has been on their human qualities, which has manifested in their judicial function. To close, suffice to say that your contribution to the institution will be revered always, and that while we will miss you every day, yet our collective best wishes for your next innings, which will lead to your greater glory, which shall reflect even more brightly, and the shine shall always be that of the Allahabad High Court. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Justice, members of the bench, distinguished member of the bar, colleagues and friends. Sorry. We gather here today to bid respectful and affectionate farewell to the Honorable Justice Ashwani Mishra as he completes his remarkable tenure at the Allahabad High Court. Justice Mishra's career has been defined by integrity, legal scholarship, deep sense of justice over the years. He has presided over matters of immense public significance and has given judgment that will be cited and studied for years to come. On account of my age, I lack my memory, but I remember few cases decided by Honorable Justice Mishra. One of the cases is Hon'ble Kumar. In that case, the right of the fair trial, at least for the first time, I saw a judgment on the issue. Fairness of the trial. That is a remarkable judgment, which has been propounded by Honorable Justice Mishra. The other case which I remember is Muhammad Fahim, that mob violence was the issue. Wonderful judgment, my lord, that Justice Mishra has written. And The third, which I still enjoy as a politician, is Archana Singh. For the first time, Allahabad High Court has laid down a law that transport facility should be provided to the girls students of the rural area. I can see the transport here, but in the rural area, your lordship judgment is remembered. At least I got lot of political mileage by telling that I am also responsible for this. And what a wonderful analysis of Article 21. What a wonderful touch of Article 21 in that Archana Singh case. My lord, in matters of civil liberties and so many other things, I cannot resist my temptation. Recently, I appeared in one of the criminal cases. My friends told me that he is from the civil side, be careful. I was also having practiced here about 64 years. I joined the bar in 61. I was scared. And the moment I started my case, I was not very comfortable. In 15 minutes, my Honorable Justice Mishra took the lead and he decided one of the most wonderful cases on the criminal justice. And again, I am the first beneficiary because that case is from my constituency. I got indirect blessings and I was tempted to fight election again by showing this. My lord, your lordship is going to Chandigarh. Permit me, I'm not feeling very comfortable if I conclude my address what I have written quickly. जब तक हिंदी से ना कुछ कहें तो पेट नहीं भरता। मैं कहना चाहता कि लॉर्डशिप के डीएनए में लॉ है। I am one of the fortunate person who is standing before lordship, who was a friend of his father, late Justice Jayant Mishra. He was very close neighbor of mine where I live. And अंत में मैं कहूंगा एक रामायण की चौपाई वो आप पे लग रही इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं वो ये है जा पर कृपा राम की हुई ता पर कृपा करें सबको। आई नो आप विदाई में जा रहे हैं, विदाई बड़ा दुखी चीज है लेकिन इसके अंदर बड़ी सुखी भी है और बड़ी आशाएं निहित हैं और हमको लगता है कि वो हमारी आशाएं हमारे देखते हुए पूरी होंगी। और लास्ट में मैं कहूंगा, ये मेरा लास्ट वर्ड है, जब तक रास्ते समझ में आए, जब तक रास्ते समझ में आए लौटने का वक्त हो गया। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट ऑफ लक and success. About my friend, young gentleman, Justice Jayant Banerji, I had only 2 months back, if my memory is not, I appeared in a review case. I was not sure, but to be more sure, I prepared a 1-page note. Review is always difficult. And I was not able to gather the momentum which I usually had in my earlier days. And within 15 minutes, the judgment was returned. That night, I was uncomfortable in my dinner. That was pinching me. I would have placed more case law. But my lord, after 3 weeks, I saw my review was admitted with a small. Reason is this, nobody will discover. Reason is this, he comes from the chamber of late S.N. Verma. That flavor, that training which my Lord had with late Justice Verma, Mr. who was also my friend. He has this. I also wish all the best to him. And I remember one case, my learned friend can correct me. I think my Lord had decided one Nithari case. So, a very good criminal case, I'm forgetting that. I have got the judge. My Lord, do sir. The lapse of memory, I understand. The bidding the farewell is always a tragic affair. But the whole Allahabad High Court is wishing इलाहाबाद का जो झंडा यूरिस्प्रूडेंस में है वो वहां भी फहराएगा और उसके बाद राजधानी में फहराए, इसी इच्छा से मैं आपको एक बार वंस अगेन थैंक यू वेरी मच।
माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री अश्वनी कुमार मिश्र जी व न्यायमूर्ति श्री जयंत बनर्जी की विदाई की इस बेला पर हम पूर्ण पीठ की उपस्थिति को प्रणाम करते हुए मुख्य न्यायाधीश महोदय के भव्य सभागार में सम्माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री अरुण पंसाजी, मुख्य न्यायाधिपति एवं अन्य उपस्थित माननीय न्यायमूर्ति गण के समक्ष अपना विदाई संबोधन विनम्रता के साथ प्रेषित कर रहे हैं। इस अवसर पर उपस्थित भारत संघ के वरिष्ठ पैनल अधिवक्ता श्री विवेक कुमार सिंह, उत्तर प्रदेश राज्य के अपर महाधिवक्ता मनीष सक्सेना, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता तथा उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद के अधिवक्ता के साथ साथ इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय अधिवक्ता संघ की ओर से उपस्थित ज्येष्ठ अधिवक्ता श्री विजय बहादुर सिंह जी को प्रणाम करते हुए निबंधक उच्च न्यायालय राजीव भारती जी व उनके सहयोगी न्यायिक अधिकारी तथा अन्य उच्च न्यायालय के कर्मचारी, सर्वर्ग के अधिकारी तथा संघ के उपाध्यक्ष एवं सचिव की गर्मा को उपस्थिति के साथ अभिवादन करता हूं। इसके अतिरिक्त उपस्थित वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता तथा अन्य अधिवक्ताओं की उपस्थिति को भी नमन करता हूं। न्यायमूर्ति श्री अश्वनी कुमार मिश्र जी का जन्म 16 नवंबर 1968 को प्रयागराज के एक कुलीन न्यायाधीश के परिवार में हुआ था। अपने न्यायाधीश की प्रतिष्ठा सम्मानीय उच्च न्यायालय में एक दशक से अधिक समय से स्थापित रखते हुए आज उनका स्थानांतरण उनकी विद्वत्ता को स्वीकार करते हुए महामहिम राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय से पंजाब हरियाणा उच्च न्यायालय की तैनाती की अधिसूचना जारी कर किया गया। उनके माध्यम से इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय को पंजाब हरियाणा में उच्चीकृत गौरव प्राप्त हुआ है, जिसके लिए हम सभी हृदय से अक्षित थे। उन्होंने अपनी निष्ठा, लगन और समर्पण से जिस प्रकार इस उच्च न्यायालय में न्यायाधीश के रूप में उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता की सेवा 3 फरवरी 2014 से न्यायाधीश के रूप में उच्च न्यायालय में प्रदान की है, वह सदैव स्मरणीय रहेगी। उन्होंने देश के फौजदारी वादों के इतिहास का जो ऐतिहासिक निर्णय निठारी कांड के अभियुक्त को न्याय प्रदान करते हुए अपराध से उन्मोचित करने का दिया है, वह भारतीय न्याय के इतिहास में सदैव मील के पत्थर के रूप में स्मरण किया जाएगा। उनके ज्येष्ठ भ्राता श्री अजय मिश्र, वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता, वर्तमान में महाधिवक्ता उत्तर प्रदेश, जो उनके गुरु भी हैं, जिनकी पाठशाला में उन्होंने वकालत सीखी। न्यायमूर्ति श्री अश्वनी कुमार मिश्र जी के पिता स्वर्गीय न्यायमूर्ति रंगनाथ मिश्र, श्री रंग मिश्र जी व माता श्रीमती उमा देवी के द्वारा उन्हें जो सुयोग्य संस्कार देकर प्रारंभ में प्रयागराज के राजकीय इंटर कॉलेज में हाई स्कूल व इंटरमीडिएट की शिक्षा प्रदान करने के उपरांत उन्हें करोड़ीमल कॉलेज दिल्ली व विधि स्नातक की शिक्षा दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से पूर्ण कराई। अधिवक्ता के रूप में वकालत करने हेतु इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय में उपस्थिति दर्ज कराते हुए उन्होंने अपने अनेक शासकीय उपक्रमों का पक्ष दृढ़ता के साथ उच्च न्यायालय में रखा। उन्हें वर्ष 1913 में इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय के वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता के पद पर आसीन किया गया था। न्यायमूर्ति श्री मिश्र ने अभी हाल में अपनी शिल्पकारी में जो उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद जो नवीन भवन अधिवक्ताओं के कक्ष व कार पार्किंग से सुसज्जित बहुमंजिला इमारत बनाकर दिया है, उसके लिए उच्च न्यायालय उन्हें कभी नहीं भूल सकेगा और उन्हें सदैव इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय में याद किया जाएगा। मैं व्यक्तिगत रूप से स्वयं व एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन के सदस्यों की ओर से उनके वर्तमान उच्चीकृत स्थानांतरण पर उन्हें कोट बधाई देता हूं और ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि वो अपनी विधि की मर्मज्ञता की कीर्त पंजाब एवं हरियाणा उच्च न्यायालय में बिखेरते हुए अतिशीघ्र वहां से देश के शीर्ष न्यायालय में अपनी न्यायिक दृष्टि से इस उच्च न्यायालय का सम्मान विधि के सिद्धांत को प्रतिपादित करते हुए बढ़ाएंगे। ईश्वर से प्रार्थना है कि वह स्वस्थ और निर्भीक होकर निष्पक्ष न्याय देने के लिए सदैव अग्रसर रहें। माननीय न्यायमूर्ति श्री यशवंत बनर्जी जी का जन्म प्रयागराज के एक प्रतिष्ठित चिकित्सक, समाजसेवी, पद्मश्री से अलंकृत डॉक्टर ज्योति भूषण बनर्जी के यहाँ 1965 को हुआ था। आपने इलाहाबाद विश्वविद्यालय से स्नातक व सीएमपी डिग्री कॉलेज से विधि स्नातक की डिग्री लेने के पश्चात उच्च न्यायालय के वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता स्वर्गीय सत्येंद्र नाथ वर्मा के सानिध्य में वर्ष 1989 से वकालत करना प्रारंभ किया था। आपने बैंक कानून, सेवा कानून, कंपनी कानून के क्षेत्र में विशेष महारत हासिल की। आप केंद्र सरकार एवं स्टेट बैंक के पैनल के अधिवक्ता रहे। आपने 22/9/1917 को उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद के न्यायमूर्ति के रूप में पद ग्रहण किया। आपने यहाँ पर न्याय के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट कार्य किया है। आपको उच्चतम न्यायालय ने यहाँ से उच्चीकृत कर कर्नाटक उच्च न्यायालय बंगलौर में स्थानांतरित किया है। मैं व्यक्तिगत रूप से एवं एडवोकेट एसोसिएशन के सदस्यों की ओर से उनके स्थानांतरण से प्राप्त हो रहे सम्मान के प्रति प्रसन्नता व्यक्त करता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि यहाँ से अपने उत्कृष्ट विधि ज्ञान को न्यायालय के क्षेत्र में और उत्कृष्ट करते हुए न्याय क्षेत्र में योगदान देंगे। इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय के यश एवं गौरव की पताका को अनंत आकाश में और ज्यादा फहराएंगे। मैं उनको व उनके परिवार के प्रति अपनी प्रसन्नता ज्ञापित करते हुए आशा करता हूं कि विधि के शासन को स्थापित रखने में अपनी योग्यता और क्षमता का परिचय देते हुए सदैव कर्नाटक उच्च न्यायालय में आप नया मार्ग प्रशस्त करेंगे। अंत में मैं इस अवसर पर एक वसीम बद्र साहब का शेर पढ़ना चाहता हूँ। जहां भी जाएगा तू रोशनी लुटाएगा, चिरागों का कोई अपना मुकान नहीं होता।
Esteemed Shri Arun Bansali ji, Chief Justice of Allahabad High Court, my esteemed brother, Honorable Mr. Justice Jayant Banerji, and respected Bhabi ji, my other esteemed sister and brother colleagues on the bench, Shri Vivek Kumar Singh, Senior Panel Counsel, Union of India, Shri Amit Saxena, Learned Additional Advocate General, representing the Advocate General Shri Ajay Kumar Mishra ji and his team of state law officers, Chairman of Elders Committee, Shri Vijay Bahadur Singh Ji, Shri Pradeep Kumar Ji, President of the Advocates Association, the senior members of the bar, officers of the registry, my family and very esteemed members and guests who are present, who have graced this occasion today by their presence, and my dear friends at the bar, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely humbled and overwhelmed by the kind words spoken about me in this august gathering today. Blessings of elders like Shri Vijay Bahadur Singh Ji and Shri Pradeep Kumar Ji are of utmost satisfaction for me at this juncture when I am to leave this precincts of this great institution. I take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to everyone present here. It is a defining moment for me and my family, inasmuch as an important part of my life, which has centered around this court, comes to a close and I embark upon a new journey. Although what I should have been saying is just conveying my thanks and my gratitude, but since the tradition is to say something, I would take that opportunity. I was fortunate to be born in a pious and humble family. My father was then an advocate and later became a judge of this court and then a judge of Calcutta High Court. My mother is a spiritual person who at the age of 88 years now looks after the agriculture work in a village situated close by. As a child, I grew up observing my father working as an advocate with utmost sincerity and devotion. He was later joined by my elder brother, Shri Ajay Mishra Ji, who went on to be my senior when I joined the profession. Being the youngest in the family, I got love and affection, not only from my immediate family, but the extended family and friends. As a child, I often used to accompany my father. I would often go and sit in the car before he came so that I could go with him. It was these indulgences granted by my loving late father which exposed me to the legends in the field of law. I remember having met late Jagdish Swarup Ji, Rajaram Agrawal Ji, V.B. Upadhyay Ji, A.D. Giri Ji, and many others. I was always overawed by their simplicity and eminence, which I later came to know in greater detail. I also had the good fortune of having the blessings of late R.B. Mishra Ji, who was my father's senior and grandfather of Brother Justice Rajiv Mishra. It was much later that I came back after doing my law from Campus Law Center at Delhi. Since my only brother, elder brother, was in practice at Allahabad, it was the wish of my father that I practice here. I was fortunate to be here, and under the able guidance of my brother, I could start learning ABC of law. Acquiring a law degree from whichever college one may get and becoming an advocate is in itself a journey. It was in the precincts of this court that this journey began almost 33 years back. I had the advantage of guidance not only from my senior, but many others whom I knew on account of my family relations. This court has a rich tradition of inculcating knowledge in those who came new to this profession. I was always enamored by the eminent seniors at the bar. As a lawyer, I was always in awe of a senior who would come with his gown. And I still say that the day I could become a senior advocate was a matter of greater pride for me personally than any other thing which God may have bestowed on me. Almost 11 and a half years on the bench have now gone by, and I'm moving to a different institution. It looks as if it was just the other day that I had joined the profession and later the bench. Time really flies. It was almost 3 years back when my brother became Advocate General that I made a request to be move to any other high court because I thought that public perceptions matter for the acceptance and honor that this institution gets from the public at large. It took some time, and the Collegium of the Honorable Supreme Court, which also incidentally consists of one of our seniors, Justice Vikram Naji, has been kind enough to accept my request. Now that I am going, it is a time which brings in a lot of nostalgic feelings, and that the fact that I would no longer be a part of this court as a judge or as an advocate brings in a very mixed feeling, which is difficult to convey. Interestingly, I may share that even in my initial days as a lawyer, I was very social. I had a good friend circle. And my father would always think that I was the right material for the bar. It was my elder brother who, because of his reserved and composed nature, was considered suitable for the bench, but the destiny had other plans. Having spent the past 10 years as a judge here, and prior to that, 20 years as a lawyer, I have been privileged to serve a profession that upholds the principles of justice, fairness, and integrity. These years have been both challenging and rewarding, and I'm deeply thankful for the opportunities I have had to contribute to the rule of law and to the lives of those who have appeared before me. As I move on to the next chapter of my life, I do so with a heart full of appreciation and respect. While I may be leaving this court, the ideals and values that have guided me, my career will always remain with me. I always considered, and I think I was not wrong there, my judgment was right. I was always an average student and a person of average means. It is truly the undeniable imprints left on me by the greats of this institution at the bench and the bar, which has consistently pulled me to strive harder to serve the institution better. I have received far more than what I deserve on this day. I have nothing else to say but to express my deepest gratitude to all for showering the blessings and affection on me. My mother, my elder brother, my wife Pratima, my two sons Ashutosh and Vinayak, and my dear daughter Dr. Ishika, and other members of the family, including my nephew Vrindavan, Bandit, and Prabha, have helped me in my family, in my journey, which I intend to acknowledge and thank. I am leaving on a note of contentedness. I also extend my best wishes to my colleagues and the member of the bar, and pray that this court continues to serve the poor and downtrodden. I also wish to acknowledge the contribution which has been made by the registry led by Sri Rajiv Bhartiji, my own staff, Ashok, Anil, Ranjit, Razik, Naseem, my driver Vipin, my usher Khurshid, and other staff members. Before parting, because almost all speakers have said something about the building, I think it will not, or it would be appropriate that I say something. First and foremost, I am extremely grateful to the Almighty and the higher powers of this universe that as a young lawyer, what I thought would be needed for the bar to grow has ultimately come up. It is not everybody has been giving me the credit, but I must tell that this was a team effort. I was instrumental. I got the opportunity to push the project, but it was not a solo project. It had the blessings of my seniors and my team of very strong, honorable colleagues at the bench who were behind me. Maybe that their names never came in the front, but it is all their contribution without which it would not have come. It is a joint effort. This building is only a hardware. In a computing system, it is the hardware and the software. Without the software, the hardware leads you nowhere. So this building virtually provides the right hardware for the bar to grow. And that software has to come in an effort which has now to be made. Today, some of the seniors and yesterday some people had come. I have requested that the seniors, two requests with regard to this building I intend to make. First of which is that there is a beautiful library on the 12th floor. And we have about 60, 70 senior members. There may be some of the senior lawyers who may not be designated so far. Most of them have, they are very rich in one particular field or the other. I take this opportunity to make a request that every Friday, once this building becomes functional and the lawyers move, every Friday, let there be a 1-hour session. And that I am saying because the chamber tradition, which we saw when we joined the profession, is no longer there. I would request all seniors that they indicate the subject on which they would like to address the junior members of bar. And the usual snacks and tea which will follow will be borne by the seniors. Let this tradition start every Friday. It should be the duty of the Bar Association to publish a list, indicate the topics, and please come prepared. Please come prepared. You will get to interact with the bar. As I have just said, and that is something which I firmly feel. A person who has just passed the law doesn't become an advocate on account of his enrollment. It is only the institutions, great institutions like these, with the support and dissemination of knowledge by the seniors, that these raw hands become lawyers. You are to serve the system. So please enrich the younger members of the bar. And this is one request to the seniors. The other request is, I may share that many a times when this building was getting constructed, a thought came that there would be how far it will be properly managed and maintained, and there would be, I'm so sorry to say, but there's no other word. Virtually आप कोर्ट में जाइए तो किसी ने यहाँ स्पिट किया है, वहाँ स्पिट किया है, और ये फीलिंग होती थी कि साहब आप बिल्डिंग तो बहुत अच्छी बन रही है, बट क्या साफ रहेगी? क्यों नहीं रह सकती? ये बार इतना रिच है और एक रिजॉल्व की जरूरत है. हम लोग, we used to travel in trains, often we would find similar kind of situations some 20, 30 years back. Today it's not there. So if those things of mass transportation can change, why not this? We don't allow people to come and spit in our drawing rooms and our living rooms. This is your house. This is your place. Please ensure that it remains clean, and anybody who is found violating it must be told in ways that he understands. It's not always the use of force. It has to be from within. That culture has to come. And I have absolutely no doubt that it would come, and it will be start of a new journey for all the lawyers. At the end, I have only to express my gratitude to this esteemed institution which has given me everything. And I would also like to offer my apologies if I have hurt anybody at the bar or on the bench. I don't think that was the case, but anyway, sometimes it does happen. There's a lot of pressure on the judges. All of us have, as a lawyer, we used to think the judges, we had the good privilege of being before such good judges that they would never interrupt. Today, possibly, I can speak for all my brothers and sisters. There's so much of pressure that much of indulgence possibly we cannot give. You have to come better prepared. So I only seek forgiveness if I have hurt anybody. And thank you very much, and Jai.
Esteemed Chief Justice, Brother Justice Ashwani Kumar Mishra, my sister and brother judges, Shri Vivek Kumar Singh, Senior Panel Counsel, present on behalf of Additional Solicitor General of India, Shri Amit Saxena, Learned Additional Advocate General, present on behalf of Learned Advocate General, Shri Vijay Bahadur Singh, Senior Advocate, Chairman of the Elders Committee of the Bar Association, Shri Pradeep Kumar, President of the Advocates Association, respected senior advocates, members of the bar, Registrar General and officers and employees of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. I thank the Supreme Court judges, honorable judges of the Supreme Court, as well as the honorable judges of the Collegium of the Supreme Court for having favorably considered my request for a transfer. I am also grateful to my Chief Justice, who has very kindly guided me in matters, in administrative matters, whenever I needed his help. It is with mixed feelings that I address you today, for the first time only to bid you adieu. I thank the Almighty for His grace. My days in this High Court have been days of learning. I owe so much to everyone that I have come across in my life, and particularly in this court, who have enriched my experiences. My revered father was a medical practitioner by profession who gave up his medical practice to serve differently abled persons. His devotion to the service of the disabled and his constant companionship with the Srimad Bhagavad Gita took him to remote villages to seek out and understand problems of disabled persons and the challenges they face. He used to say that every physical or mental affliction is a kind of disability that is bound to confront each one of us at various times in our lives, either temporarily or permanently. It is the overall physical and mental well-being of people that should be addressed rather than a mere prescription for treatment. He wrote a book on bamboo devices for the disabled, a copy of which he presented to the then President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was a recipient of 2 national awards and the Pratham Shri. My dear mother kept a constant vigil at home with her abundant love and devotion for me and my siblings, looking after our well-being. In the profession of law, I had the honor and privilege of joining the chamber of my esteemed senior, Shri Satyendranath Verma, who was a towering figure in the fields relating to corporate law, labor and service law, banking and civil matters. A substantial part of his extensive practice was devoted to giving free legal service to poor and destitute clients. For him, compassion and humanity were natural. His house at 7 Elgin Road was a place where people would come to hear the renditions of ragas from all-time legends in the field of Hindustani classical music, who were hosted by him. I remember the presence of Pandit Kumar Gandharv, Pandit V.G. Jog, Ustad Zakir Hussain, Ustad Rashid Khan, Pandit Ajoy Chakraborty, and several others perform in his large and spacious drawing room in front of a select audience from all walks of life, who sat cross-legged on sparklingly clean sheets over comfortable mattresses. The Vishnu Digambar Circle of Music was formed by him in association with others to bring to the people of Prayagraj great music events. Visits to the Bar Association and Advocate Association on their kind invitation yesterday and today were privilege unmitigated. Seeing the portraits of the legendary advocates of the past, like Jogendranath Chaudhary, Motilal Nehru, Dr. Satish Chandra Banerjee, Munshi Ambika Prasad, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, Satyej Bahadur Sapru, Kailash Nath Kadju, Surendranath Verma, Pandit Kanhaiyalal Mishra, and seeing what they stood for were truly humbling experience. They have left their footprints on the sands of time. In the words of Henry Longfellow, footprints that perhaps another sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother seeing shall take heart again. The memories of their invisible and intangible aura, which has shaped the traditions of this High Court, shall waft along the corridors of time. I am grateful to all who have spoken about me today, but I must confess that if any of my judgments are considered to have laid down a law or to have made any impact, the credit of the same would go to the respected advocates of this court, whose quality arguments and submissions have actually helped in shaping those judgments. If any of the judgments are not up to the mark, then I have only myself to blame. The time of parting nears, but I can assure you that the experience that I've had in this great institution will abide with me, and I seek blessings of each one of you for my future endeavors. I seek forgiveness from all for any action of or words of mine that may have hurt. As for my family, no words can describe the rock-like support that I have received from my wife. She has managed our large household and our children with such unfathomable devotion and sacrifice that I could manage to do my bit. Our children continue to imbibe our family traditions under the loving guidance of their mother. I thank my sincere and competent secretarial staff, namely Sayyid Fahim Ahmed, Mr. Sushil Kumar, and Shri Ajay Vikram Singh, who are valuable assets to this High Court. My gratitude also goes to my staff comprising of my usher, Shri Vinen Kumar Maurya, peons, Shri Rohit Lal Maurya, Shri Tapas Sen Gupta, as well as my personal security staff, namely Lalji and Ramjeet Neeraj, and my driver, Rajen Singh Sikarwar, as well as to the research associate, Mr. Divyendu Pandey. With this, I take your leave.